Hey guys, it's Jessi. Welcome back to my channel. So if you guys followed me on Bookstagram, you will know that yesterday my husband and I went and did the Mount Rose hike, and by the time we got back we were so exhausted. We were just really discussing from being out in the wilderness all day. It was like a 10-mile hike and I didn't feel like trying to shower and get ready and film the video. So I decided to go ahead and do that today. So I am very sorry that this video is a day late, but I'm really excited to kind of talk to you guys about what I read last week and what I plan to read this week, what I'm currently reading, and also I have two little book mail things that showed up today as we got home from a bike ride. So I just want to go ahead and share those with you guys really quick too. The first one is Watch Me Disappear by Janelle Brown, and this was sent to me by my friend Chandra, so thank you so much to Sandra for sending this my way. I am so excited and just so thrilled that you sent it after you were done, and I just can't wait to get into it, kind of chat with you guys about it. I've been hearing pretty good reviews about this, so just really looking forward to it. Not quite sure when I'll get to it, but I'm definitely excited to add it to the lineup. And then I got one that I just kind of opened really quickly here, was from Touchstone, so I'm excited. Guys, I'm so excited. So I have The Histories of Bees by Maja Lunds, I believe, and then we have White Bodies by Jane Robbins, and both of these I have just been seeing everywhere on Bookstagram, and I've just been so jealous of everyone, and I'm so thankful I got it. So thank you so much to Kelsey and the rest of the lovely Touchstone Books team. Like, I'm just so excited. Seriously, these covers are beautiful. The stories sound amazing. History of Bees, I believe, comes out August 22nd, and then White Bodies comes out November 19th, it says. So definitely keep your eyes out for this, and stay tuned to my YouTube channel and Bookstagram for like final little reviews of these. But I'm so thankful to have these, so thank you guys so much. I have just been dying to get a copy of these, and today it came true, so thank you guys so much. Alright guys, so the next stack that I have here are all the books that I read over the last week, what I'm currently reading, and hope to read with this next week. So the first one that I read last week was Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel by R.H. Sin or Sign, still not sure. This is the second volume, and as you can tell possibly by all the little like colored tabs that I really enjoyed this as well. So the first one and this one I decided to give 4 stars. Really enjoy them. Obviously found a lot of poems that I really liked and connected with. I still am not like overly in love with it like I was with Milk and Honey, but I still really enjoy this collection. There was one in particular called Strength that totally just took me by surprise. I shared it on my account, and a lot of people seemed to feel the same way. So it was really exciting to see a lot of people starting to connect, because I feel like on my account at least, I don't have a ton of people that like to do like talk about a lot of poetry or have a lot of recommendations. So it was really cool to start seeing a little bit more come through, and I did get a couple recommendations too, so that was exciting. But yes, if you guys have not picked this up, I do recommend this one. I really enjoyed it, and now need to pick up the third one. So there's that. Then I read Kate Hammer's The Doll Funeral, which came out on August 15th. I enjoyed this one, but not quite as much as I thought I would. So just to give you guys like a brief little rundown on this, we have our main character Ruby, who on her 13th birthday finds out she was adopted, and she's deals with a lot of really dark issues in this book. So she has some like physical abuse happening, she's neglected, cannot seem to find the love that she is looking for, and so she basically takes it out, and, or not takes it out, but like tries to get out and like find her real parents and just try to find that love that she's been after. So I thought the most interesting thing in this was the fact that Ruby's kind of take has this very kind of grim fairy tale feel, where it's very dark, it's very twisted, and a lot of times you didn't know if it was reality or her fantasy. So I liked that aspect. And then you have two other point of views, one from the shadow, which is this character, basically a shadow that follows our main character Ruby around, and his chapters were very dark as well, and they were intriguing, and yet at the same time I was often left trying to figure out who this shadow really was. Then you also have the point of view of her biological mother, which was interesting, but I don't think that character held up as much for me. She definitely had a lot of things going on as well, and I just didn't feel like this big whole connection. So this whole book is basically about, you know, this mother and this child trying to find each other in their kind of journey, and I think the biggest letdown for me was just there wasn't enough of like this big conclusion. I felt like it was kind of slow going. It just didn't quite build up the way that I had expected. However, I did enjoy the kind of darkness and the overall kind of vibes of it. And mostly because of that, I ended up giving it 3 stars. But I did like the story. I thought that the writing and the descriptions were really well done. I just think at certain parts it was a little jumpy, a little confusing. So like I said, just for those kind of reasons, I ended up giving it 3 stars. I would still recommend it. Say check it out, see what you think about it. Let's chat. But overall, it just wasn't quite as like thrillerish or suspenseful as I had hoped. So there's that one. Then the one that I just finished yesterday, just before the hike, was Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips. And this one I was so excited for. It was my pick of the month for book of the month. I actually have one other one as well, but this was the one that I was super excited for. I am in a buddy read with couple of my friends, and Holly in particular is one of the ones hosting it, so I will leave a link below to all of that if you guys still want to jump in. There's going to be a final discussion on September 1st, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone else thought of it, because it was getting such like raving reviews and it was just amazing. And I think the one thing that really caught my attention about this was the fact that it takes place over like a 3-hour timeline. So I think that's absolutely like such a unique and cool idea for this story to take place over that amount of time period. And if you guys don't know what this is about, it's about a mother and a son who are at the zoo when this like mass shooting takes place. And so I think it was very unique. I thought it was super like suspenseful and really great, and I loved it. The only kind of hang-up that I did have with it was, one, I had a pretty big question about something that I'm still like irked about. It's like in the back of my mind, and they don't really address that question, and so I kind of want to see what everyone else thinks of that. But the biggest thing for me was the fact that I felt like, yes, it was suspenseful, and yes, it like totally had me on edge of the seat. I raced through this pretty quickly, but my only kind of holdup is I felt like it was a little bit of a roller coaster. So I felt at times the momentum slowed down, and I found myself being like, yeah, okay, like what's happening? So it wasn't until like things were really go, go, go that it really kind of got me back into it. But I just felt like there were certain parts that just had like a lull to it, and I just wanted this whole thing, especially because it happened so quickly, I wanted it to just be like boom, 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 like everything on the dot. So I kind of just wanted it to be a little bit more faster paced, I guess. But still, overall, I give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it if you guys haven't checked it out yet. Do beware, there's a little bit of like animal cruelty of sorts, so if that's a super sensitive, it definitely bothered me. It wouldn't stop me from reading it. It wasn't like over the top gruesome or anything, but definitely just a heads up for that. So 4 stars for this one. All right, and then we are going to move into books that I'm reading over the next week and currently reading. So this one I'm so excited for. I was contacted to do like a little review of it, and I was so excited. I loved the overall idea of it. So when it showed up, I was really excited, and it is called Ack, and it is one simple secret on how to beat bad days and live a happy, joy-filled life. So I'm so excited to get into this. I think it's so cool and different, and it is basically a adult book, but in children's book format. So I think this is super cool, and it's based around like positivity and that little voice in your head that can throw out some negative comments and ultimately lead you down a negative path for the day. This is all about addressing that little voice, turning it around, and making your day much more positive and joy-filled and happy. And so I love the idea of this, so I can't wait to get into it. The illustrations are also super cool, and I'm totally digging this whole concept, so I can't wait to read it over the next week. Obviously, it's very short. I think it's only like 30-something pages, so I will definitely fly by it. Probably be my like Saturday morning kind of read. I just think that it'll be perfect for that. A book that I started yesterday on the hike when we took a little break up at the top of the mountain is Debt of Fear by Michael Reed Jr. So this is a military read. I honestly don't know much more about that other than it does deal with the military and the war in Afghanistan, and apparently it's going to be super suspenseful and intense, and I just can't wait to dive in. So far I've only read like the first 2 chapters, but I'm pretty excited about it so far. I think it's definitely caught my attention, and I definitely want to know more and to kind of see where this goes. The sequel to this is actually coming out too, so I should have a copy of that in my hands anytime, and it's going to be released in September, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting that reading through, and that was kind of one reason that I held off on reading this for a little bit, probably a month or so, is just so that I can binge read the two of them together. So I just want to say thank you so much to Michael for sending this my way, and I just, again, can't wait to get through it. So definitely stay tuned. If this sounds like something you guys are interested in, I will hopefully have my full review and everything for you guys by the next video in the weekly reads, but also a little bit along the way on my Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me there, the link is below. And then the other book that I'm kind of hoping to get through, at least started by next week, is Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. This is, again, another book of the month pick, and I just am really excited. This is a YA. I honestly don't know a ton about it, but I think it was about, like, I want to say like a brother and sister that end up having a crush on the same person, but I can't remember for sure. But it sounded amazing. Again, sometimes I like just going into it fully blind and just seeing how it goes. And so I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, is try to avoid as much like reviews and synopsis and just whatever as I can, and just go in full blind and just see how it is. But I've been seeing it around a lot, so I was really excited for it. And then, of course, it was a book of the month pick, so of course it's going to be amazing. And I just so love being a part of this club. If you guys haven't joined, there's a link below, all the info. It's just an amazing deal. You can get your first month for $9.99 plus free tote. So if you guys definitely do that, it would be awesome. Let me know what you guys decide to pick, because we are almost actually getting very close, like I think a week and a half away from September picks. So it's like one of my favorite times of the month, is just like waiting on edge to see what they come out with, and it's always amazing. So if you guys ever have any questions or anything like that, definitely comment below. I'm happy to answer. Again, click the link if you guys would like to sign up, and also let me know what if you guys did get a book of the month for August. Let me know what two or which one or all three did you guys choose. So you saw my two, and I'm just really excited. So yeah, that's the last one well, not the last book, but the last one for this week that I at least hope to start. So yeah, that is it. So again, I apologize if this video came to you a day late, and next week should be a little interesting too, because we are getting ready to go on a road trip. We are going to my husband's side of the family. His mom's side is having like a little family reunion kind of deal. So we are headed to Utah. So if you guys are in the area and want to say hi, let me know. We're going to be around the like Logan and Smithfield area, and if there's any bookshops we should hit up on the way, let me know. I'm gonna try my best to like hit something, and so I'm hoping to take a bunch of books, hopefully finish what I have on this month, because I've been killing the TBR. I'm like so proud, but again, more and more books keep showing up, and I'm just so excited. So yeah, anyway, next week's video should be interesting. We have to leave on Thursday, so I'm probably going to have to film on Wednesday, which means I may not even make it through what I'm hoping to make it through on that week, but I'm going to try to pre-film and have it at least released for you guys on Friday so you can see something. Otherwise, if you guys do want to wait for the full week and kind of do that, the only other way I could do that is with my cell phone in the hotel room. So if that's something you guys want, I can do that. But if you guys want like super good quality kind of deal, it just probably won't be a very long video, and I probably wouldn't have gotten through everything I wanted to, but I at least can get that up. So definitely vote below and let me know what you guys would like to see. So yeah, it is Saturday, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.